it's kind of, that's the only thing worrisome about it all. I do like Yureshi on this Benedetta pick. We've already seen his movement, like how proactive he is on the map. We saw it last game with the Paquito, so definitely excited to see how he utilizes this Benedetta.
Yeah, and to be honest, we are going into round 3 right now. Currently, the Valley has two Ackerman, 0. But I kind of want to shut the field for you guys right now here. You know, I'm looking what we seen Yureshi do fast last match was that he was able to bait out the team of the Valley. I feel like if there's any way to win right now, is you're definitely gonna have to bait the team. You're gonna again have to pull the Valley into your grasp. So we're gonna see, I think, a lot of invades, maybe a little bit of like a side target to kind of get their attention and maybe go for it. And that's why they have the Benedetta. Maybe that's also why they picked up the Raft, to have that speed, to have that peel, and then also have the heal on top of the full altar.
Already being very aggressive. mobazane taking some damage. Yureshi with first blood. A nice aggressive engage in the start of this game. Gauss Cutie now to continue to fend them back. So finally, Ackerman taking a statement in the first minute of a game.
I like it. I like the aggression. This is what I've been wanting to see from them. Already, right from the beginning, Yureshi in that back line, cutting the line of fried chicken there, and then able to kind of coverage on there. Now you see Tarzan coming in here. Was he able to pick that up?
No, mobazane gets the retry. He's able to do it. Luckily, had retry, but still, the pressure, right? You now take another camp from mobazane in this top side. Tarzan is going to be in his face, I feel like, this whole game.
And this is what we needed, you know, like we're seeing Gauss Cutie, Yato kind of pairing up and giving some pressure. mobazane still trying to respond and take a lot of Tarzan's jungle, but I love the responses. Let's see if they can definitely pull it up. I do think what they're lacking here, though, and why they're able to secure a lot of this is because Super Shark is in the bottom lane trying to get Basic a little bit of that early peel, because it's really hard to deal with Zia into the early game private.
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna see as we start. Can we keep up this aggressive? Yato is being latched onto. Is gonna have to activate that Shadow Stampede, and not much coming out of it. But we are starting on the turtle.
Yeah, and Tarzan does have a nice position on it. mobazane not even gonna go for it. The health bars are just a little too low, and they decide to opt elsewhere on the map. They give up the first turtle. Ackerman secures it.
Okay. This is what we like to see. I mean, we're looking at Tarzan having the Ballmon with the jungle emblem. Being able to finally secure that first turtle is a great step into the right direction here. Now I want to see them. Don't give the Valley any breathing room here. We want to see something good, but
Shadow Stampede, Holy Baptism, Nibiru's Passion with a nice combo, but Shark able to flicker out of that. Back at the top side, though, Tarzan is trying to give the works to mobazane right now. Fried Chicken also fending off as Yureshi has Tarzan's back. Still only one death on the field, but Ackerman holds the gold lead.
Well, and here, this is why the side of the Valley could be so dangerous, is because they read that they weren't going to be able to get that turtle, immediately went for buffs and started rotating. This is what I was talking about with that first game. If you're not going to be able to get the turtle, don't force it. Don't force those objectives, move on. And that's what's going to keep them on in this game. However, looking so good right now is Ackerman with this aggressive stance, these rotations right now. They just need to keep it up.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that we were talking about earlier is that Yato just didn't have the ability to rotate most of the times, and we're seeing, look, now they're punishing that mid lane when they have such a huge presence in the bottom trying to get basic here.
Yureshi did rotate down, but down in the gold lane, though. Talk about the pressure. The Holy Baptism lands onto Basic. Not quite able to secure the kill. Bazia taking a lot of gold plating. Tarzan now also chasing down Shark. Will he get the pickup? Does have the lethal counter. Doesn't even need to use it. Caught in between. Gets knocked up from Zane. Heavy spin. Locks on. Tarzan, though, still up. Basic trying to finish it. Yato, though, with that Cult Altar giving just enough sustainability. Zane goes down. The turnaround is here as Ackerman prevails with 3-0. Now moving on to this blue buff.
Was this a possible mistake to let out that Faramis? We're starting to feel and see the punishment that you get with that Cult Altar, the sustainability. Because even when Ackerman is behind, you're just one Cult. Whoa!
That was close.
Did you get that? No. Oh, that was real close.
That would have been something else.
I would have lost it. GG's, end game. I know you're winning, but come on. Now, Tarzan, though, continuing to be aggressive. Zane getting pulled back by the Shadow Stampede. Holy Baptism to seal the deal, and Yureshi picks up that kill. Fried Chicken now up against the wall, quite literally, as Yureshi cuts this lane. The rest of Ackerman moving down to the mid lane.
I just want to say mobazane's died more in this game than he has in any of them, and this is good to see from the side of Ackerman. From the side of Valley, they're trying to fall into that very aggressive comp that they were doing last time, but Ackerman learning and doing what they like the Valley did to them. But Gals Cutie,
Gals and Yato are such a combo right now. Gold lane on the bot side falling. Not to mention, I was excited to see Yureshi play on this Benedetta and see his proactiveness on the map, and he has definitely brought it. He has been everywhere from top to bot side to every buff. Now locking on the Hoon. Shark, though, with the Hoon on blast. Does not connect. Yato brings out that Cult Altar, giving enough sustainability once again on Tarzan. Tarzan, though, taking too many shower shots. And Yin Yang overturn seals the deal. Now Fried Chicken rotating down. Gets that falling Star Moon on top of Yato. Yato, though, able to get out. Yureshi, though, with that Electo. Final blow. Able to get the kill on to Hoon. Goes down, though, to Super Shark. A 2 for 1 trade on the map. How do you feel about it, G?
Man, I mean, both teams are actually showing the tenacity that I love to see in these types of fights, and I'm glad that it's more of like, you know, they're both going at it. It's not so one-sided, and you can just see the fire and the passion from both teams here. Again, what we're seeing from Tarzan in this game is what I like to see out of a Ballmon, and you said it better yourself. You know, Yureshi, his presence everywhere has been nasty. That Benedetta is just there. And I feel like that is what's allowing Yato to be able to rotate and roam here. They do secure the turtle uncontested, though, Private.
Yeah, but here's the thing. 5-2 right now. A dominating early game for Ackerman. Less or about 1K lead for Ackerman. And this is just because of the way that these guys farm, but a little bit of aggression here. Zane might be in a little bit of trouble trying to escape from that invade.
Oh, Yato kind of uses that Cult Altar maybe as a possible dive mechanic. Not quite able to complete it, though. Zane may get locked down here. There is no Holy Baptism anymore, though. Zane with the heavy spin. Newman on blast. Coming in from the bush. Does not connect on anyone. Yureshi, though, trying to get away, able to get away. Shark taking a bit of damage, but Ackerman just not able to seal the deal on that engage there. And like you said, even with all of those objectives to the side of Ackerman, even with the gold plating on the gold side tower down, still barely a gold lead for Ackerman. Basic now coming on to Gals Cutie, gets pulled under the tower, not quite able to finish off Gals there. Yato looking for a moment along with Tarzan. We got to keep our eyes on Chicken as well, trying to find that angle and be a nuisance. Zia taking that top tower now. Tarzan invading, taking the blue buff, locking on to Zane. Zane in a bit of trouble, pops the emo and goes down. Yureshi picking up that kill.
Yeah, they're so aggressive. This is what I've been wanting to see from them. They are testing the limits. They just keep it on, and the entire team is doing this as well. Not just one, not just two, not another person doing their own thing. The entire team of Ackerman is on the same page with this aggression, with covering each other, with using the sustain of the Cult Altar to keep the team going, and then rushing in over and over again. However, if we want this to continue, this needs to end soon, because it's as we go into the later game where we are still tied up, it's just going to be one bad gank from losing it all to the Valley again.
Yeah, and I mean, we got to give Basic hasn't died yet. You gotta keep an eye on that, you know, like they're like, that's like the secret weapon behind the line, and it looks like there's gonna be mobazane coming in.
Tarzan does secure that. Zane using the heavy spin. Tarzan able to get away. Yureshi, though, in the back line once again, does take a lot of damage, is forced to back off, but that Lord will go to Ackerman. I think this is the first Lord they've taken in quite a long time against the Valley here. White Chicken, though, coming from the bush. Hoon does get the pick off onto Gal's Cutie there. Tarzan, though, coming onto mobazane. Tarzan trying to get the finish. Not quite able to do it. Zane finally does go down, and now Tarzan is on the move. Onto Hoon. Comes back onto Chicken as Lord is still coming. 2 for 1 on the map. Lord crashing down the mid. Coming towards this tier 2. Ackerman want this. They need a win under their belt. Fried Chicken trying to fend them off. Taking a bit of damage, and the tower falls. Lord still up with about 100% health. Basic ready to help defend. Tarzan takes a bit of damage from Basic along with Yureshi. They decide to off back. It's just too much of a hole there, too much of a funnel, and they don't want to get killed off.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we were seeing from the Valley, and I mean, what we're seeing from Ackerman is not allowing the Valley to breathe. The constant pressure, the constant engage. This is where it's gonna really have to show, though. Now you have to dive pretty deep into the Valley's lanes in order to control anything, and I gotta see them keep the control up. Can the next Lord, you know, go to the Ackerman again? Can we see that happen? Is what is going to come down to.
Yeah, but what they aren't doing, what they need to start doing is take advantage of these towers that are down, invade that jungle, starve them out. Don't leave a single minion for them to be able to kind of get up on it. Once you do that, heck, just ignore your freaking jungle and go in and try to get another aggressive pull. Another little bit of a fight here happening at mid, on the side here by Yureshi.
Oh, Yureshi almost gets caught off there, able to phase through that heavy spin though. Blue buff does go to Tarzan once again. A nice stun on a Chicken, on a Shark. Tarzan though in the back line trying to lock on a Basic. Chicken goes down. Basic on the run. The Cult Altar gives him the sustainability once again. Ackerman bringing in the pressure in game 3. The middle inhibitor falls. They have one Canyon minion. I don't know if this is where they want to push it, but they are coming in. Zane brought down half health already. Taking out Tarzan, picking up the kill. Hoon able to go down next. Shark stands alone in this game. Will go to the side of Ackerman. One wave coming down the mid. Not enough time. Fried Chicken will not be able to do this alone. Game 3 goes to Ackerman.
Oh,
we have ourselves a series here.
We got ourselves a series, boys.
Hey, that's that one that you did say, Private. That's the one you did say.
I think I said 2.
He said 2.
So,
we're
still,
okay,
yeah, we're gonna get.
one of 2.
I'm hoping for 2. And honestly, be aggressive. Be aggressive, bro. That is exactly what I was looking for from Ackerman, and I saw it as soon as they picked up that Rafaela. I'm like, oh, if you're gonna be aggressive, now is the time, especially with the Faramis behind you to keep you going, and especially the early game aggression from Tarzan. They never let up, and they do what the Valley has been doing to other teams. However, they're gonna need to find another comp for it. But like, look at these stats right now: 517 on Tarzan. But the big story here is what they were able to do to be able to shut down mobazane here as well.
Yeah, but the question is, right? We're never going to see Faramis on the map again. We can guarantee that. But even without the Faramis, right? Like, I like Gals always does a pretty decent job on this Rafaela. I was a little bit worried thinking they were going to be a bit too squishy, but they were able to pull it off with Tarzan behind them. So I think this is something they may want to bring in again. Maybe put Yato on that Lilia instead. It pairs well with the slowdown. Before I get too far ahead of myself, Tarzan, as you said, with the MVP, but Yato 1, 0, and 10 as well. And even Yureshi on that Benedetta, able to just consistently harass into that back line, escape sticky situations, and bring an effect to that field in such a manner.
Yeah, in such a manner they did. And I was blown away. Yureshi's like roam was just on point, and then Yato just having the Faramis was such a strong pick out of all of this. Like you were saying, I don't think we're going to be seeing that picked anymore just because of how well it played. So going into the next game, we'll definitely see how it turns out. I mean, we're looking at, I think the morale boost is on the side of Ackerman right now, is looking good. I think the fire is now lit, and I think, maybe even if they don't get the Faramis pick, that they'll go like how Private said. I think we're going to see definitely a 2-2.